Bucky Boku here. I'd like to talk a little bit about emotional vulnerability. Right, I mean, this is the thing that I feel like it's a little bit cliche, right? All the women always want emotional vulnerability from guys, and guys are like, fuck is that, right? Or like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I love you, right? I mean, but here's the thing, right? I think the problem is not that guys don't want to be emotionally vulnerable. Maybe they do, or maybe they don't want to be emotionally vulnerable, right? Because the guys don't want to be tough, right? We don't want to be like vulnerable. I want to be more tougher, right? But it's like, you know, they don't know how to. I mean, think about most guys, right? We've grown up with trying to be tough all our lives, right? Because when we were little, and if we showed any emotion, we got made fun of. Right, and maybe we got beat up, right? Especially if you're an American bloke, right? I mean, I hear about these American kids getting the shit beat out of them just for like showing some emotions, right? So it's pretty understandable that guys have spent like years and years of their lives training themselves to not be emotional, right? Because they need to be tough. The weird thing is it like, what happens if you're not feeling your emotions? It decreases sort of the expansiveness of your emotional experience, right? So like you can't feel your joy as much, you can't feel your happiness as much, you can't feel your sadness. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? It's not, I wouldn't like it to be. I mean, I'd love it if I could only feel happiness, right? And I would never feel sadness. But the fact of the matter is, less way would feel sadness, less way would feel happiness, right? So the thing about emotional vulnerability, right, is we like arm ourselves up, we try to protect ourselves, get rid of the emotion, right, because that'll make us more tough, right? Well, guys, we want to be tough, right, but it's actually making us weaker, right, because it's repression, right, and we don't have all that emotions, like all that good stuff just needs to flow through people. It's part of being human. Right, humans got these things, and the more we can feel them, the more we like have them, the more we can have these powerful relationships with the women that we want, right? Because what women really want is that emotional connection, right? And that's what men really want too. I mean, it's what all people want, right? It's like, but so much of us conditioned, right, not to have that emotional connection, right? So then the relationship doesn't work. We don't know why, and it's just because we didn't have the connection there. But here's the thing, right? For guys, you don't want to be emotional because you want to be tough. But the problem is that not feeling your emotions actually makes you weaker, right? Because you're not feeling all your feelings and you're repressing them, and then you're less available and you have a smaller vocabulary, right? You can sort of think of it that way, as sort of a smaller vocabulary, because you're cutting off both ends. You've just got like a few short one-letter words. And people are like, they can't understand you, and you can't understand other people because you're just sort of isolated. Then you end up lonely, right? Nobody wants that. It's kind of like this, right? It's like no one wants to feel sad. It sucks, right? It fucking hurts. So nobody wants to feel sad. But the thing is, it's all like a workout, right? Now you guys can understand this, right? If you never work out, you never get stronger, right? And you just like waste away, get fat or skinny or whatever, you know, your body doesn't get that like, you know, strong muscle mass. What's the thing about it is you gotta work it out, right? You gotta give yourself practice in like feeling your emotions. All of them, the good ones and the bad ones, right? And the more you feel your emotions, the more you can feel them, right? The more you work out, the more you lift weights, the more weights you can lift, right? So at first, it might be really fucking scary to feel all of your emotions because you've been repressing them for years. Right? But the more you start feeling them, the more it becomes a natural part of your expression. A natural part of just like feeling yourself. Right? And then like me, I fucking cry all the time. And it's wonderful. Especially those Disney movies like Frozen. Oh, you know that part when Elsa and she like puts her hand up. It feels really good. And also on the other end of that, I get all kinds of like joy and I can fall in love. My heart's all open. This is what I think the ladies really like. Well, at least one lady, but anyway, it's another story. It's not about me. So anyway, guys, be tougher, and by tougher I mean like learn to feel all your emotions, and make sure you get your workouts, right? And it's okay. Make sure you're in a situation that's safe for it, right? Because you don't want to injure yourself more, right? So find a situation where it's safe to let your emotions out, and you know that people won't, you know, attack you or something like that, right? And these, you know, relationships with women are generally a pretty safe place to do that. But maybe just do a little bit. Maybe just try putting on one of them Disney films, or maybe The Lion King when his dad dies. It's really fucking sad. Anyway, if you need help, reach out to someone who can help you. Keep it on. Catch you later. Cheers.